Hi everyone, welcome to another round of Young 7 Yang Game Reviews. Today I am going to be talking about a slight comparison between the Wii U version of Trine 2 Director's Cut and the PlayStation 4 version of Trine 2 the Complete Edition. But before I get into that, let's just briefly talk about the VGX this year. Now, I don't normally watch the VGX or the VGA, what it was called in the past, because a lot of the games I've never agreed with. But at certain points, I will watch portions of it. And today was no different. I got home and I decided to watch portions of it. I just wanted to see what the top games were and to see some of the newer previews. Dude, there was nothing everything that was shown there today was absolute shit. Okay, Dying Light looked good. I will give them that. And, you know, a lot of you are gonna be like, well, Dying Light this, Dying Light that, and Grand Theft Auto, and I don't know, what were all the new games? The Wicker 3? I think that's what it's called. Witcher or Wicker. Looks interesting. I definitely do want to pick it up for the PS4. I don't have an Xbox, so I will have missed the first two games, and I don't like jumping into something at the very end. So to me, it's a debate. Because at the moment, the PlayStation 4 has one exclusive game that I like, and that is, voila, Killzone Shadowfall. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say that Killzone Shadowfall is shit compared to Call of Duty and Black Ops and the other one, Battlefield, but frankly speaking, I don't like any of those games. I like Killzone because it's a sci-fi shooter. It's cool. The music, everything about the game is great for me. So, the only thing I didn't like about the 4th edition was, you know, I didn't see Grandpa Rico. I was expecting to see an old version of Rico at some point in the game. Instead, I saw Colonel Stahl. But that's okay. Moving on. The Wii U. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. And then we'll get back to Trine in just a minute. But I want to focus on the Wii U. The Wii U has been out for a year now. It's got a lot of exclusive games. And I brought 3 exclusive games that I'm pretty fond of. They're very good games in every right. Now, I will admit that I did purchase a few other additional games for the PS4, but I'm only focusing on the exclusives right now. And one of the games I did pick up for the PS4 was Knack. I'm sorry, and I know a lot of you like it. It sucks. It's a bad game in many regards, and it's one of those games that, you know, the trade-in was good on it, so I figured may as well get rid of it while I can. I actually got it on one of those buy 2 get 1 free deals, so that was Knack, essentially, at Target. Yeah, Knack sucks. Period. Sorry for those of you that like it. I just don't like it. It's not my cup of tea. And don't get me wrong, I like childish games, which is why I'm going to focus in on the Wii U for a minute. Now, I am not a Mario fan by any means, but I like any Mario game that's in 3D. And so the Galaxy series I enjoyed, the Sunshine series back on the GameCube days I enjoyed, and this one is amazing. It's fun. It's pure and simple. Played it with my family today. Me, my daughter, my wife, all playing it and enjoying it. And it's just one of those games that it's all around great. Exclusive to the Wii U, graphically, it's on par with Knack, if not better. That says a lot. Moving on. Wonderful 101. The complicated controls in this game might scare people at first and the craziness in it, but once you get used to it all, it'll take you about 30 minutes to an hour to get used to the gameplay style. But once you get used to it, this game is spectacular. From a visual standpoint, not only does it surpass Knack in many regards, you have to play the game, but it's fun. It's very fun to play. It's unique. It's got an interesting story. The story doesn't make a lot of sense, to be honest with you, but it's just fun. It's like watching one of those old 80s cartoons while you're playing the game. And I know you guys might say, oh, this is a childish game, but think about Bayonetta meets Okami meets God Hand. I mean, meets Mario. I mean, that's the best comparison I can really give to you guys. I mean, this game is really worth getting your hands on if you haven't gotten it already. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about exclusive-wise is Zelda, the Wind Waker. Now, I will admit right off the bat, I am not a big Zelda fan, never have been, probably never going to be. My favorite RPG for the Wii was Xenoblade and the Last Story. and the Secure Wars game that came out on it. But see, that's me. But I have to admit, Zelda is a very good game. On the Wii U console, it plays extremely well. It looks nice, visually speaking. It's very pleasing to the eyes. I'm just not a big fan of the pacing, but this is a permanent stay in my collection, and I know I will complete this particular game at some point. I'm about 10% into the game right now. But the reason I'm showing this one is because even though it's a remake of a GameCube game, it still looks phenomenal on the Wii U. So one of the things I just want to mention out to all of you guys who have concerns regarding the graphics of the console, of the Wii U console versus a PS4. The two consoles are literally on par. Now yes, visually speaking, the PlayStation 4 is going to be better. There's no doubt about it. And I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that real quick. We're going to go back to Trine. And as you see, this is the Wii U version of Trine. Admittedly so, I actually prefer the Wii U version of Trine in terms of controls than the version of let's get rid of that. Than the version of the PlayStation 4, and the reason is it's just simply the controls on the gamepad are a lot more user-friendly than the ones on the remote play via the Vita. I'll explain that in just a second. But as it stands, if I'm using the remote play feature or the second screen feature on the Wii U. Got the Vita right below there. On the Wii U, the cool thing is that every magic that I want, all the magic spells that I want to pull off, I can do just by touching the screen. So I can create the box, I just simply tap it to get rid of it. If I want to switch characters, you don't see that at the moment, but all I have to do is tap it. And, you know, I can switch weapons this way as well. Now, graphically speaking, go ahead and just show you the screen right now. I know this camera is not really doing it a lot of justice, and I apologize for that. But just go ahead and take a quick look at the PlayStation 4 version of the same game. And again, it does look better, and I'm sorry I'm using a camera to display it, but you should be able to see the added detail to the game. Give it a second to load up. It'll take about 30 seconds. I got an older TV. I do want to apologize. I know I haven't made videos in a while. A lot of that has to do with school. Conversation for another day, obviously. But anyway, this is the PlayStation 4 version of the exact same game. Now, what you see right there is the PS4 controller. But what I'm actually doing is I'm actually playing this game via remote play on the Vita screen. There's a reason I'm doing it this way, by the way. I just want to see if the controls were the same as what they are on the Wii U. And for the most part they are, but there are some differences, and I'll talk about those differences just by showing you the pad. In order to do the magic tricks, you actually have to touch the back of the screen, and then you can pull them off like that. But your finger has to be touching the back touchpad. And if you look at the screen real quick, it'll indicate to you if I'm touching it or not. There, I find the right spot. So while playing the game, it's actually very inconvenient. I found that the best way to play the PS4 version was via the DualShock controller, not the PlayStation Vita remote play, because a lot of the controls found in the Wii U version and a lot of the user-friendly features for the touchscreen are not in the remote play edition of the Vita version, which I don't know why. Now, having said that, I haven't gone through all the options yet, so they may be there and I may just have overlooked them, so don't take my word for it just yet. Now moving on, let's go ahead and go back to the PS4 version of the game and just look at the visuals for a second. And again, I'm going to grab the controller here, so sorry. And let's just go ahead and push that out.
How very strange.
And again, it's a lot more detailed than the It's a lot more detailed than the Wii U version of the game. I'm not sure if it's because of the higher resolution or what, but not only is it more detailed, or it feels more detailed, but the frame rate is a hell of a lot smoother. And those are some things I just wanted to point out. So, now moving back, this is not to diss the Wii U version in any way. This is just basically to show you how the two systems compare. And as you can see from this demonstration, the Wii U version of the game is not far apart from the PlayStation 4 version of the game. Now, keep in mind, this is an indie game, so a lot of people will make that statement saying that this game is an indie game. But hey, it's the Wii U, and it can handle the visuals. So for all of you out there, that's my TV by the way, it's not the system. Let's just go straight to the controller. So for any of those out there who are on the fence about buying the Wii U, I would say get off that fence, purchase the console. It's a $300 system. You can't go wrong. You got plenty of good exclusive games, and you got a lot of multi-platform games. Now, a lot of the multi-platform games do play very well on the system, but obviously they're not going to be the best versions for one reason or another. But a lot of the stuff available on Wii U just simply isn't available on the PS4 yet. So anyway guys, that's my synopsis. Take it or leave it. Peace out for now.